Hey guys, today we have a really special treat for you. Alicia Steiner, she works in the Writing Center at UAS on the Juneau campus, and she was published in this year's journal. And she is actually the winner of the Mac Barron Scholarship for creative writing. So she gets $500 scholarship next semester towards school, and she's going to read one of her published pieces today for you. And while I'm talking about the Writing Center, I like to give a shout out to Alice and Neeland. Thank you for all you do for everyone, especially for me personally. I'm sure everyone feels the same way, and I know everyone's going to miss you next year. Enjoy.
Hi everybody, my name is Alicia Steiner and I will be reading my poem Knitting Needles. Before I begin, I wanted to give a quick shout out to the Writing Center and just thank them for all of their help, inspiration, and support. Knitting Needles. Together, wooden knitting needles lay unused and rest alone. Buried within the basket, they recall when hands instructed, insert, capture, retrieve, drop, when they waltzed with wool and felt its comforting embrace. A delicate dance, practiced and perfected, flirting, fleeting, and sudden, they stitched their descendants. Together they birthed baby's blanket, mothered mittens, and sired sweaters, all forgotten to time and dust. Together the needles ponder. If hands once again began to speak, would the steps be remembered? Now, rounded and worn, they feel the aches and pangs of days when they waltzed with wool and felt its comforting embrace. Thank you.
Welcome back, Title Echo fans. Today we have Lynn Davis, UAS student. She's going to read her poem Between the Worlds. I have had multiple classes with Lynn, all creative writing classes. She is a great writer, but more importantly, she's a great speaker. So listen up and enjoy her poem.
Hi there. Happy Title Echoes launch. This is Lynn Davis, and I want to express my gratitude to Professor Emily Wall and my fellow students from last fall's creative writing class at UAS. This poem is a memoir section poem, and it came through that class. The poem is in three parts. It's called Between the Worlds. November 2012, late afternoon. Mo and I wander Springdale Cemetery in northwest Cincinnati. Deer herd watches, graves maze our Alaskan selves. All breath quickens. Where are they? I recognize this spot with trees and slope just so, both parents buried here, but no Davis markers rise to our eyes. Hillside with hundreds of markers leans in, low light veils. We have a map from the cemetery worker. Our hiking boots follow the red ink route and soak in wet grass needing a cut. Dark grabs us. We leave. No parents now. Veil whispers. Part 2. The Grail Watches. November 2019. I take some dad ashes, carry them up the Dan Moeller Trail to my sacred spot. When he died in October 1996, I scooped out a keeper handful before the backhoe lowered his box of cremains into the grave where my mother lies in her 1981 metal mulberry coffin. I also carry up the trail like a grail some Ari and Mosey ashes from the Rhodesian ridgebacks we rescued from Boise. Ari girl always slept in the crook of Mr. Mosey's hip or curled warm in his belly. Across these meadows, their deer-colored bodies chased each other for years. Mount Juneau watched our daily dog walks. The planks slid us up and down with grail greased light. Part 3. Raven watches pines and pups. November 2019. I go to my special place. It lies off the trail below the Zahn sitting bench. All our dogs, even our daycare dogs, love this downhill run. All year, this spot waits for dogs snowbobbing, bursting down the chute. Hummocks mound and summon, and I learned that Sitka writer Richard Nelson died this Monday. The hospital room filled with his bird recordings. He flies into Ravenhood. His soundscape plays as friends weep, doctors and nurses weep, and my Saturday night tears join from afar in bird time. I love Richard's The Island Within. It chimes. As I sit in my sacred place, watch shore pines cluster, a mystery how Douglas Island received these seeds, and perhaps they crossed the ice field, sailed on winds Taku squeezed from Canada, forming John Muir's Church of the Pines. Douglas snow brings bonsai, winds twist, 24 years of my watching, my pouring into these trees. As Richard Nelson said in The Island Within, every place, like every person, is elevated by the love and respect shown toward it, and by the way its bounty is received. And thank you, Kim Heacock's Gustavus writer, for this hospital description that you created for the Anchorage Daily News. Thanks, everyone.